why I said we can have a couple shots. Couple shots now, and then probably some later.
Yeah. You ever drank with Kenyans?
No.
We drink a lot.
For real.
Like this? How much is this?
That's a.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
bigger than a fifth.
No, a fifth is bigger.
So fifth is the 750. So you know the fifth and a friend. A fifth and a friend. It's like a challenge they do in college.
Oh no!
Where you're basically like handcuffed, and then you have to.
Oh yeah, they be doing that with beers here.
Yep. That's a light one. So that's fifth and a friend. Like in Kenya, it's very normal to like if it's two of us, we get a fifth.
And then y'all just kill it.
And it's gonna it's probably not even gonna be enough for the night. People, they try to drink with me, and I'm like, you don't wanna try to keep up with me, man. But
if I wasn't working, I would.
Fair. And same, even when I'm DJing, like I'm working, so I can't be drinking like too much, you know. You gotta make sure the sound. Imagine the sound cuts, and then I'm drunk.
What's up? It's Deno. People know who you are.
Yes, sir. They call me BabyKakes, also known as KK, also known as Cakes. I just say my occupation.
Yeah, go ahead. Let the people know what you do.
Yeah, I think I'm here as a DJ. I do a lot of things. So I run a couple of events here in Indianapolis. Furahi Day for one, which we're going to see tonight. I DJ mostly Afrobeats. I'm a piano Afro house, and then a couple of other places out here. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. So I came here in 2021, pretty new. And just moved to Indianapolis in August, so trying to tap in.
That's what's up. So first and foremost, I wanted to ask, what got you into DJing?
That was mostly I really like economics and business, and when I went to Purdue. There was obviously it's a PWI, so a big white population.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of Afrobeats, anything that I could hear like back home in Kenya. And at some point, I just got tired. So I was like, you know what? Let me be the change that I want to see. Let me try this DJing out. But once I started, I was like, oh, this is a really fun and creative way to kind of express myself. I did play guitar for like almost 12 years. So quite a long time. But then I stopped when I came to college. So this felt like another instrument that I could use. So I really enjoyed kind of taking songs and then seeing what I could do with them to make them different or interesting. And then the more I did with them, I was like, oh, I can actually make money from this too.
I got you.
Tapped into that as well. Here we are.
And I know you mentioned that you went to Purdue. Is that what brought you to not only America, but Indiana, or was it something else?
Yeah, Purdue. Definitely Purdue. Initially, I used to swim for the Kenya national team.
Shit.
So I've lived a very long life. Back in the day. So initially I wanted to come here to swim D1. But the year I was supposed to come while I was training, COVID hit. And so I got stuck at home. They closed all the pools and everything, so I didn't train for like a year. And swimming, unlike a lot of other sports, because it's in water, it's a different medium. So you kind of have to be in it as much as possible. So a year off, I was like, might have to drop it. So ended up dropping it, but still came to Purdue and had a good time. Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up.
But yeah, to answer your question, Purdue did bring me to the US.
Gotcha. And then the people didn't see, but I saw you mix a little bit, and I heard your African music, American, right back to Africa. So how do you kind of interchange everything, and where did that ear just for music in general come from?
I think that's something I definitely had to learn. I think again because of playing guitar, I learned guitar through kind of improvisation, and I wasn't able to read music, so I kind of had to hear it. So I think that made me a bit more in tune with like different sounds and kind of mixing and matching. And then starting DJing here, I realized if I'm gonna actually make it in the US, I need to know American songs. And so finding a way to now mix between the genres that I like and then the American songs. So I do a lot of like piano remixes, stuff like that, where you can still hear that I'm an African DJ, but I'm still trying to get the crowd jumping. Keep a nice balance between the two.
I got you. So how did you get into the level of like hosting events and like kind of doing things like that?
Yeah, so again, how did I get into it? So coming to Indianapolis, I was at Purdue, so I started DJing in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Boston in 2023 for an internship. Kind of started doing more DJing there, kind of getting to know it, practicing a lot more. So 2023 is kind of when I started DJing more at Purdue. People knew me as a DJ. Then I graduated last year in 2024, and by then people like already knew. And then actually almost last year today, I came to Indianapolis for a party. Shout out Forever Toxic. He put me on, and then we were just tapping in back and forth. Uh, Not a lot of people know it, but I didn't have a car when I was here, and I was a broke student, so I used to take a bus to come here to DJ, and I take a bus back the next day in the morning. But yeah, just kind of tapping into different events. One thing that really helped me was just showing love to other people's events. I can share anybody's events if you like show me love. So sharing people's events, and I think when people see that you're there for the culture, not for your own benefit, they're more likely to help you. And then with the event like we have today, I DJed at this event called 4 p.m. in Soweto, which is a I'm a piano event. And there was a Rwandese guy there who was like, "Man, you knew what you were doing." So we tapped in. He was like, "Oh, I'm trying to do a East African type event. We're gonna call it Furahi Day." And I had been also trying to tap into the East African market because the Afrobeats market is kind of dominated by Nigerians.
Okay.
So it's very West African heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad thing, but there's a market that was not tapped into. So just kind of tapped into all the Kenyans, all the Tanzanians, Rwandese, all of them. And turns out they were there. So the event has been there. This is, I think, our fourth or fifth one. So just trying to build, go slowly like that.
Of course, of course. And last question, don't want to hold you up too much. What advice do you have people trying to get to your level or potentially?
Oh, damn. I think be willing. They say don't do anything for free, but be. Yeah, I struggle. You should get paid what you're worth, but some opportunities are gonna put you in a place like you're gonna gain stuff that might not be monetary, but are gonna get you places. So I've done a lot of gigs that I don't get paid for. Not recently, but as I was starting out, especially when I was new in Indianapolis, I think you just kind of have to take those things and I see what can I gain from this, and it doesn't have to be monetary. So can I get content from it? Who am I going to meet there? Um, just stuff like that. So think about the bigger picture of what you can gain and not only the monetary. Because when you put only the monetary, you kind of also restrict yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, just kind of being open to not making money, but still pushing forward in that place. But make sure you get paid though.
Of course. Like one thing, like I'll say about that is, we have a mutual friend, Ty, and shout out Black Wolf, shout out all those guys, Idea Club, shout out everybody. Like he was saying, you don't have to force monetary value out of every relationship. You feel me?
Yeah.
Me and Ty, we haven't paid a dime to each other. I film his shows, he hosts them, gave me an opportunity to do what I did when I hit up KK. He said, "Hey, let me see some of your work. Boom, here's what I got. Thanks to Ty." So
there you go.
Hey, that's just how it works out, and then bigger opportunities will come.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing really in any industry is relationships, and you can't really put a monetary value on that. You can't say I have $10,000, come and do this for me. You could, but it's much better to have those relationships and. Once people know that you're solid, like you're good and your reputation is good, everything else is going to follow afterwards. So building the relationships first and then figuring out what to do afterwards. And then also not assimilating, I think. I struggle a little bit, especially with the American music, trying to find a way to keep authentic to like my African roots, of course, but still addressing or making sure the crowd gets what they came for and paid for.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down, having a talk with me. I'll let you get ready for the show.
Yes,
and then, chat, we'll see you there.
We'll see you there. Don't get it.
Nigga said, go in the fridge. I got tequila if you want some. I was like, oh, that shit bad. Nigga. Nigga, I'm about to die tonight.